Okay, the number 2 way to build up to increase your closing ratio is to build up to the big yes. Build up to the big yes. Let me explain what I mean by that. Now, this one tip right here, if this is all you get from the webinar today, if this is the only tip that you take with you, this will make a huge impact on your closing ratio. So pay attention to this one real quick. Again, if this is all you get, this will increase your closing ratio big time. It's very simple. Ask these 2 ownership questions before you start the presentation. So when you get there, the merchant has already agreed to go over the analysis with you. So when you walk in, you say, hey, Bob, I got that analysis. Do you have a few minutes to go over it? He says, yes, I do. Okay, so now you got this guy where you want him. He is willing to sit down and go over the analysis with you. Then the next thing I ask is, once we get that out of the way, I say, now, if you do end up deciding to go with me, would you want a free terminal? I do have these upgraded terminals, and I usually have one with me that I show him. And I could give you one of these as upgrade, or if you're already used to the terminal you have and you like it, I could just reprogram that terminal. Be assumptive, not pushy. Go from analysis to page 10 to get initials. You want to be assumptive, but not pushy. So be very assumptive. One other way you can do that here, the next one, is to ignore negative statements and rephrase as a lack of information. Now, this is a tough one. Let me explain this. This is something I learned to do a long time ago. It's very effective, but it's difficult to explain. Let's say that I'm pitching a merchant, and they say to me something like, they say, no, I'm just not interested. I don't think it would work for us. Okay, if they said something like that, a very negative statement. I don't think this would work for us, I would rephrase that in a way that made it seem like it was my fault that I did not provide enough information. So this is what I would say. They tell me, well, we don't think that would be a good fit. I'd say, I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't really present all the information correctly to you, and I apologize for that. Let me just go over a couple things to make sure I understand this, because we are offering you, savings. So there's definitely savings there. We're also offering you the free equipment. So could I ask you, what is the information that maybe I haven't provided? What is it that maybe you haven't fully understood about my presentation that's holding you back from realizing that we do have a good solution for you? Lastly, on this one, take it personally, but don't take it personally. Now, here's what I mean by that, okay? Sometimes in sales, you got to fake it a little bit, and in this case, that would be the case. I don't really take it personally when someone tells me no. To be real honest with you, I could care less. You know how it is. If you're out there in the field, you're talking to 15 people a day, you really don't care. If somebody tells you no, you just move on to the next one. It's not really a big deal. But in your pitch, you got to be careful, because you don't want to come across that calloused in your actual presentation. When somebody says, man, James, I really don't think I'm going to go with you. You can't be like, all right, well, thanks, have a nice day. If you do that, that's not going to work very well. You have to take it personally in the pitch. So if they say, James, I'm really not going to go with you, and you have to get that look on your face, and if you don't know how to get that look on your face, then practice in front of the mirror how to get that look on your face of total disappointment and like someone just stabbed you in the heart. You got to get that look, and then you got to just say, oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that. I was really looking forward to working with you. Boy, I just don't know what to say. Was it maybe something I did, or is there anything that maybe you still have some questions about? I'm telling you, if you can learn how to say that in that way and with that facial expression, your closing ratio will go through the roof.